Hello everyone. Sorry it's been a couple of days since I've done a daily vlog, but I have good reason why. The last 2 days I've been at a mental health conference that is thrown by internally at work. So I've been doing that, been learning a lot about mental health and a lot about the mental health resources that are out there and that I'm very fortunate to have access to at my work, and I feel very grateful for that. And a lot of just a lot of shit to face, like just a lot of stuff. And I roll my eyes because it's not something that anybody wants to do. It's something that we have to do. We have to take care of ourselves physically and mentally. And it feels like taking care of yourself mentally is a lot harder than doing something physically. It sucks. But anyways, it's a process and I'm going through it. And I just wanted to come on here and say hello to you guys. I am currently in terrible Silicon Valley traffic, so I have plenty of time. I am on my way. Let me turn down the music so I don't get striked. I'm on my way to see the hockey game, and as you guys know, I am doing different things to keep myself occupied so I don't have to depend so much on my crutch. So I'm keeping myself occupied with hockey. So I'm going to watch game 3 of round 3 of hockey. We are playing the, I think, St. Louis Blues. I'm not sure what the actual team is. I know it's Blues. So San Jose Sharks and the Blues in game 3 of the hockey playoff. And it's exciting. I love watching hockey. I love just being there. A lot of the times I go by myself. And that's that is something that I am working on improving, is enjoying doing things by myself. So I kind of want to just get on here and say hi to you guys, see what you're doing, see if you have any questions about my journey with depression. I want to. I've told myself, I dedicated my time to put out more stories about my depression and just really segments about my story. I have a lot of different segments to it, and maybe that will be helpful to share that more broadly and in a more structured format. So you guys keep me not committed, what is it? Keep me accountable. Keep me accountable for that promise I'm making, not only to you guys, but for myself as well. I wrote down a lot of goals that I want to do, and one of them is committing to editing videos, and not just editing videos to edit them, but to create and capture memories. And I want to do that. So many people shared their personal stories at this conference, and it was really moving, if I'm being honest, and it was refreshing to hear other people share their story. And I've been sharing my story. I've been so open with my story and putting myself out there for other people and for you guys, for like strangers on the internet that don't even really know me, and making such a big difference. And I see the magnitude of sharing and the possibilities, and the impact I have on people. And it was great to see others be just as brave, share their story as well. So it really just more or less like kind of inspired me to share even more and share in a way that is that's useful. Oh, damn it. And in more of a structured format, so it's easily consumable. Is that right? Does that make sense? Oh wow, is this the Apple campus? I haven't seen the Apple campus up close like this before. Yeah, so that's like one of my goals I'm dedicating myself to, is make new videos, new structured videos. I want to run a 5K by the end of my birthday, since now I'm an official runner and I can run without dying with my inhaler. I'm excited to finally set a goal that is attainable, and I want to run a 5K, and I want to actually run it and not walk it like I typically do. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me the last couple of days. Let me know what you guys are interested in hearing about first. I have a very wide variety of of life experiences that I can talk about. Anything from being raised an only child, not having any siblings around, and being a disconnected family, to physical home to be why did I do that? To physical abuse at the house. So like domestic abuse is what I'm trying to say. Domestic abuse, emotional domestic abuse, living in poverty, living in a car with my mother, living very poor, living in situations where I was forced to be in a domestic violent house, to living with my grandmother for a while. My mother was basically held captive in a hospital in Costa Rica, so that's a pretty interesting story. To being I was raised in a household believing that I was not good enough and I never would be good enough, and that's something that obviously stems from my childhood and still continues into my adulthood. It's great. And going to therapy, my experience with going to therapy and being diagnosed with PTSD, which is not war related for me. I also went to war, but I don't have PTSD from that. But being diagnosed with PTSD, being diagnosed with not clinical, not just clinical depression, but persistent clinical depression, to moving out of my house when I was 19, joining the military when I was 18, doing all these like crazy life experiences and life, just things in life, to like domestic abuse, to sexual abuse, to child abuse. I have a video about that, and it's very, very detailed, to suicidal ideations, to just a lot of shit, so basically if you name it, I've probably been through it, and I'm willing to talk about it. So let me know what you want to hear, and I want to put it in a format that's structured so it's easily consumable. Yeah, so the Sharks just scored, so that's awesome. We have 5 minutes in the game in this period. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And I can also share with you what I'm doing to cope with like my sobriety, helping with that. Some art therapy and physical therapy, and things I learned in this mental health conference I want to share with you all. So all right, I'm gonna jump off here. So let me know in the comments what you want to see, what would be helpful for you, or maybe just some topics that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be about depression. I like helping people. I like teaching. So let me know.